So this is my end of year review for grade 2, the Learning Language Arts Through Literature Red Book. It comes with a teacher book, a student book, and then it comes with 6 readers and this little chart where they can keep track of the books that they read. We have loved Learning Language Arts Through Literature. We have used them for the past 2 years, and we're going to continue using them. One of my favorite things about Learning Language Arts Through Literature is their approach when it comes to grammar and spelling and punctuation, all through the readers that comes with the book. So you're doing it right from literature passages that are inside of those readers. So that's one of my favorite things about this, and that's what we've really loved for this program. So for the Red Book, it's the same thing. You have those 6 readers. The 6 readers are divided throughout the entire 36 weeks. And my son has been learning his grammar and spelling and punctuation all through the readers. The Red Book also includes a list of other picture books that we read throughout the school year, such as Blueberries for Sal, Harry the Dirty Dog, just a lot of our favorite picture books sprinkled out throughout, and it's usually day 4, and we'll do a little book study. Here I'm just showing you that in the teacher book, it has a section at the beginning of the week telling you everything you need, the books that you need, the materials you need, along with what the kids will be focusing on for grammar that week. So here's a peek inside of the student book. So it's really simple. It has big writing for them. It's not too overwhelming. Each day it says day 2, and then they have A, B, C, D, E. Each week is a little bit different. It's not always exactly the same. It does follow the same structure throughout the weeks, but some days could be longer than others, and some days could be longer on certain weeks than others. So I just wanted to show you the very last few lessons here. He actually does copy work at the very end for the literature passages, which is what you do in the next levels. The next levels, I as the teacher will read the literature passage to them, and they're practicing writing down what I am saying to them, and then they go and correct their work after. So it does a nice transition at the end, the last few weeks, a really nice transition so that he is ready and prepared for the next school year. I'm going to go in some of the cons about this program. One of the cons is the readers were really great. My son really loved them, but I didn't enjoy them very much. They weren't my favorite books. I can't explain why, but they just weren't exactly my favorite. But my son enjoyed them, so I guess that is what is important, is that he really likes them. So one of the other cons that I started to notice right at the beginning is that I found some of the lessons on certain days, on certain weeks, were really, really long. I'm going to show you here one of the lessons for day 2. It was just so long. So we have all of this entire page. So there's a lot of different grammar happening. And then it continues on the other page. Not all lessons are like that. It was just kind of a fluke, but when lessons did do that, I would have to break them up. So I just didn't like how some lessons were so long. I'm just showing you another day 2 to compare how they're not always so long of a lesson. So that was one of my cons because it was very random when it happened. We would just break it up. So it wasn't a big deal, but I just wish they were more the same, I guess, per each week. The last con was how I felt it was a really big jump from the blue book to the red book. It could have been just my son. There was a lot of writing in the first few weeks, and the lesson seemed really long in the first few weeks of the red book, and I almost wish it was a bit shorter lessons and then gradually work their way up. It did even out in the end. I could have been discouraged, but we know we love this program, so we're going to continue it for next year.